What's up, guys? Welcome to an episode of Pat Chase Performance. Today in the small engine Olympics, it's us, it's me. Long time no see. That's awkward. I don't want to get choked up. When we posted that video about the cola, that was to show you guys transparency, right? This is a positive thinking channel. I think it is. And I guess you would say that's a negative video. But I want to show you guys, unlike other content creators out there, not everything is unicorns and rainbows and fairies and whatever. It's not going to be happy times. And we all make mistakes, including me. I have made some mistakes on the channel. It's been a while, but it happens. Our good luck streak comes to an end. What I didn't expect was a lot of you guys and girls support. I didn't create that video for you guys to help the cause and send us money. And once we figure out how to refund it, you guys are getting, refunds. And the reason why is I don't want to sound ungrateful. I really don't. And you guys really surprised the heck out of us with that. But the missus and I work really hard. And you guys work really hard. And we appreciate you guys and girls taking the time to watch videos and interact with us. That's all we ask for. We don't want anything else. Because I know you guys work just as hard as we do for your money. And we rather take Google's money, who has plenty of money, and a few other people's money who have plenty of money. But we just don't want yours. And number 2 or 3, 4, whatever, is that if you bail us out, how are we going to learn? Like, this is a learning experience for sure. We have talked about cracked cola courages, and we've seen them, not in person. This is the first one in person. And if it happens to us, it's going to happen to you in one way or another. Hopefully it doesn't. And that's why that video is made. That's why this video is made. And this is going to be our first cracked cola courage and our last one. I will only make this mistake once. toying around the idea of never touching a Kohler Courage ever again, but also toying around that I just know where to look for the crack. That's it. Check those loose valve cover, check for those loose sump cover bolts. If they're loose, check for the crack. If the sump cover bolts aren't loose, check for the crack anyway. You know exactly where it's going to crack by the starter area over there. Also, tremendous shout outs to Henry Morawski at Big Dog Mower Repair. He has videos on how to weld the Kohler Courage. And in my opinion, that is the best repair. I'll put a link to those videos in the description as well for you guys to check out him and his channel and that video series, okay? Also want to shout out Bergen's Garage. If you deal with Kohler Courages or you own a Kohler Courage, if you guys do not have the BG valve cover plate, please do. That's part of the bulletproofing process of the valve cover plates where they like to leak. This will stop that from happening. On top of the sump cover bolts. He also reached out and says, hey man, send me the block, I will weld it for you, no charge. And I'm like, you know, breaks my heart, warms my heart, but I just can't do it. My buddy Brian likes to glue the blocks together, and he has 110% success rate with no comebacks. And he offered to do that for me as well, and we just had to decline that as well. I don't feel comfortable doing that, even welding, because now I have to be transparent and honest and say, listen, the black had a crock, but it was repaired, and I'm already married. No offense, Mrs. Pate's Performance. I don't want to be married. I don't want to get married again. That's it. We are selling tractors for very, 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 very good money. And the small engine community is a little different here, maybe compared to others. And instead of them saying thank you, whatever, congrats or something, there's a little funky business going on. And we're choosing not to react or entertain any of it. Now, because of what we're doing puts us in the spotlight for good and for bad, you definitely need to cover your bases. And this is going to be a little bit of an insurance policy. I'm just putting a new V-twin on there, which we've secured. And we'll get to that tractor. So, yeah, there's some wild stuff going on. People are creating posts about each other. Someone created a post about us, and I just chose to ignore it. Because I've never paid attention to people who buy and sell tractors, because we've never entertained that. Now we're like full blown, and it's insane. Sales are phenomenal, considering the amount of money we're asking for tractors, and we're getting it. Compared to what other tractor flippers are doing, and they're putting out basically the same machine at a cheaper price, and ours is selling before theirs for more money. So not everything has been easy. Not everything has been unicorns and rainbows. We have had a bunch of tractor kickers, for sure. And one sent me through the roof. I kid you not. You not. This guy was here for at least an hour. The reason why I entertained him is he actually came with the truck and trailer. He was going over the machine with a fine-tooth comb. Understand it. We're used to it. This tractor came with all the manuals. He was reading them, going through them, comparing, checking things. This tractor also came with a trickle charger. And it's a smart charger, so it could do a few things. Apparently it could fix batteries. I can't make any claims. It came with the tractor, it goes with the tractor. And it charges them. It'll fix it, and then it'll charge. It does 6 volt, 12 volt, does all this stuff. He wanted me to show him how it works and how it operates. I mean, it was pretty wild. So you guys know, or maybe you not know, from now on, people don't start the tractors or operate them anymore. It's me only. And the reason why that happened is, remember there is that idiot who scalped my yard, and I threw him out. There's a guy cutting, he's like, I want to see how it cuts. I'm like, come on, man, no one cuts the grass. I was like, you know what? I'll let it go for a sale. I thought he was going to make one pass. He made a couple, and he scalped my yard, and I lost my mind. Ended up throwing him out of here. So much for having him cut my yard for a sale. So that's it, no more cuts my yards. Number 2, we had a really nice, early on this year, Husqvarna, was it 18538? Doesn't matter, it was a 38-inch cut tractor, hydrostatic draw. Oh, I have one. It's just getting old. I want to get a newer one. I like this one. So he gets on there. You know, I keep these tractors cold. So he freaking starts it up. Doesn't even like let it warm up. It's like full blown, full tilt kilt, activating the blades, deactivating the blades, slamming in reverse, slamming it into gear. And then I don't know if he was playing stupid or whatever, but when he would put the tractor in neutral, it would still roll forward. And I'm like, dude, this has never happened. So then I go on the tractor, and he tries to like cut me off and say, well, how much do you want now that it rolls? And I'm like, it's never done that before. Nah, you know what? I don't even want to sell it to you because I can't sell something like this we're selling out of the house. He was like, you don't want to negotiate? I says, no, I don't feel comfortable. I was like, you know, let me have the mechanic come look at it. And, you know, I'll get in touch. And I says, let me just get in the tractor and try. Go to jump on the tractor and drive. He's like, forget it, I'm not interested, and he drives away. And I could never get that tractor to mimic what he was doing ever again. So he was playing games. So he was blocked immediately. I'll never want to see you ever again. Then we just had our most recent guy. Man, this was good. This was good. We had a tractor up for sale. It was the most expensive, it wasn't our most expensive tractor, but it needed a lot of work. I was very proud of myself, and for some reason it hit a little different. He came in his nice SUV, in his golf outfit, with his cleats still on, clicking and clanking up the driveway, and a cigar. And it's like, you gotta be kidding me, right? So I had to take like 6 steps back. And then eventually I says, hey man, can you just put that out for me, please? Yeah, I can't be breathing this stuff in. I didn't like to breathe this stuff in before what happened to me. Now it's not the problem. He says, oh, you don't smoke? No, I don't smoke. So he gets in, he's like, oh, this is a nice tractor. Can you tell me about it? So I tell him all things about it, okay. And he was like, listen, I had a nice lawn tractor last year. I sold it. Had a landscaper, now I retired. Now I just wanna cut my grass. I wanna go to the golf course, cut my grass, smoke a cigar, and relax. And he was like, I can't pay you $2,000 for this. And he was like, a brand new one is $2,200. I says, no, it's not. A brand new one's actually more. Then you have the anti-scalp wheels and all the bagger and everything else. Well, I'm not paying for those extras. I'll give you 15. And I says, you know what? Somebody offered us to buy the extras, so I could sell you just the tractor for $1,500. He said, what? And I says, yeah, you said you don't need or want the extras. So, and you don't want to pay for them, so don't take them. I will take the extras off, and you can have just the tractor because that's what you want. No, that's not what I meant. I said, that's exactly what you meant. You said you don't want the extras, you don't need them, and you don't want to pay for them. So I'm going to take them off, sell them for someone who made an offer for the extras, and you can have just the tractor. Is that what you want? No. And I says, I don't get what you're saying. You don't want the extras, you don't want to pay for them, so you don't get them, but you have your, well, since they all come together, then I take them. I says, if you want all the extras, you have to pay $2,000. And so then he says, I'll think about it. I says, you know what? I'll make this nice and easy. Don't think about it. We're done here. You wasted enough of my time. This guy's gonna be a headache. Plus he lives local. So I turned around and walked away. He had a few nice words for me and I just ignored him. Now I'm at work. Guy messages me to see the tractor and he was a little different, rude. And I says, man, I'll wait. So then Christina says, you know what? I'll sell the tractor. Tell him to come over. And I said, Chris, he's a little, so I screenshot her some of the messages and he was just like off. And the guy actually came. 5 minutes, she says, tops. She had this thing sold for above asking price, delivered. And she says he was the nicest guy ever. And she said that he came with every intention to deliver the tractor. He came in a truck like Henry's. And the guy's like, dude, this is not fitting in there. And I'm like, my wife's like, yep, I know. It's not fitting in that thing. So we ended up delivering it. Awesome experience. The guy couldn't have been any happier. Oh, and now we're backtracking. The winch. So I sold this tractor, just like it, to a guy. Delivered for $1,800, $1,750. $50 for delivery, which was pretty cheap for delivery, but I knew I was pushing my limits with the tractor. So yeah, if he wanted to pay me $1,750, I would have said yes, but he made the offer and I just grabbed it. So we had that 2,500 pound winch, okay, and it worked great. It really, really did. Now the day of the rain where we got the Husqvarna, that thing worked really, really hard in the rain. And the guy says, you know what, meet me at the house. Gave me a couple of bucks. And then when I get there, he's gonna give me the rest. No problem, get the ramps, load up the tractor. Literally like 2 clicks up the ramps, click, click, winch dies. You gotta be effing kidding me. So now I'm like, oh crap, now I'm in like panic mode, grabbing. My diagnostic skills are poor, but I'm like, you know what, the way I wired it's very simple. Start taking things apart, start hitting stuff with a test light. Where's power? Did we lose something? The winch actually stopped working. So now I says, oh man, I'm calling this guy, he's not answering. I'm like, crap, I'm gonna lose this sale. And I finally remembered that, hey, I could fit the tractor in the Honda. So I stuffed in the Honda, took it, deal is done, deal is sold. Now, we have a new winch. It's not the one I wanted. Yes, we are using a 12,000-pound winch for tractors, but the only reason why is that is supposed to be waterproof. Now, I wanted to get the same exact winch Henry has at Mowers and Blowers, that d.i.y winch. It's actually 1,000 pounds, 13 versus 12. It's cheaper, and it comes with a 1-year guarantee built into it. Harbor Freight went in there and says, hey, listen, I just got this winch, yada, yada, yada. I'm hauling lawn tractors. This thing left me stranded. I want nothing to do with it. What do you mean you want nothing to do with it? You have a warranty. You paid for the warranty. Take it out and get a new one. And I'm like, I said, I don't want this no more. Okay, well then get yourself into a bigger winch. I don't want a Harbor Freight winch. I said I'm gonna get a Warren winch, and I don't want to be bothered with it. That wasn't an option. So they didn't want to give me my money back. It was either store credit or put it towards the purchase of a bigger one. And to spend like 125 bucks at Harbor Freight is gonna take me a very, very long time. And I had no interest in it. So I had to pony up and get the better winch. But if you do what I do, or what we do, what me and Henry do, that d.i.y winch seems to be the better. Well, it is the better deal. How is it holding up? Longevity, we don't really know. Henry hasn't had it for long. Henry really hasn't, used it much. So, with a 1-year guarantee, there is no storefront. So, how do they exercise that warranty? Do you have to file a claim and then you have to pay to ship that thing back to them? Do they give you a pre-postage box? I mean, that winch is heavy as hell. So shipping is gonna be very, very expensive. So these are little things you need to look at. I didn't go any further than that because Harbor Freight didn't want to let me switch it out. And I really didn't want store credit. So this video, this small engine obstacle course, was gonna go very, very different. So the missus sold the pool on, and then we had another tractor for $2,300, the most expensive tractor we ever had. And I didn't plan on selling any of them, and I was gonna do a nice little video where we both drive in together and we meet in the middle and we start a video. Well, she sold that tractor. And the next day, she sells the other one for $2,300, $2,400 delivered. I almost myself. And I'm done selling tractors. I'm done. I don't have the look. I don't have the coof. She says selling the Poolin was the easiest thing. She had it at the end of the driveway. She put the cover on it. And when the guy came, it was like Vanna, it was like Vanna White. So she came and she just, oh yeah, here's the tractor. Pulled the tractor off. And I'm sure he was like googly-eyed on top of, googly-eyed at her, googly-eyed at the tractor. And he was like, I'll take it. He probably got a little upset when I showed up to deliver it. But the deal was done. Guy was super, super nice, very, very super appreciative. It's very good to see the fruits of our labors because there was one yard where I delivered the tractor and you see him cut the grass. He did not, I don't know what deck height he had, but from now on, every tractor is being sold equipped with gator blades. Okay? Even if it has a bagger. Because even if it's high lift gator blades, high lift, they're gonna pick them up, and then their gator, they're gonna chop them up a little bit far. So you're gonna get the best of both worlds. But they're also paying for that. So yeah, so I'm done selling tractors. The Husqvarna. The V-twin is mounted. I worked like crazy on Saturday in the rain to get this washed and prepped for Sunday, and then this at least mounted. I had this motor for at least maybe 2 weeks, and I haven't done nothing with it besides move around it because we're freaking busy, man. I can't. We're blessed in one way, but we're cursed in another because we're obviously busy with other stuff, unfortunately. Yeah, so my wife was upset, like, why are you working in the rain? So I says, if I was at my job, there'd be like a 98% chance that I would be working in the rain. So why not do it for myself and create some breathing room? She wasn't happy with that. So anyway, so I got the motor mounted up, and in the rain, I guess, you know, things are a little bit different. I could not get the bolt holes to line up. They seem to be a little bit off. So I thought I would have to drill out the frame. That is not the case. They actually line up, and not in the rain and good weather. I just sat back, relaxed, got it lined up. Everything is installed. Now I have to, I'm not going to order cables yet. I just want to make sure. This thing took like a crap. This is no good. So I have to get another one of these, put oil in it, repair this wire that's broken, you know, right here, very simple. And then this should all, yeah, bolt up together. I think this goes to this. So that's nice and simple. Now my question to you guys is this. Once we get this running, this all has to be stripped down because I have to paint that. You know, we can't have any evidence. But as you guys could see right here, this is where the fuel line is ran. Now what I can do is take the fuel line and run it here, along here, knock out these holes or something, and think of a way to like secure it, and then loop it around to the fuel pump. Or run a new fuel line, I guess, along the passenger frame rail and have it come up here. This knockout right here, and then up into the fuel pump. I'm not sure what the factory does. I want to keep this thing as factory as possible so they don't know it's been swapped. So I have to get new cables because this one doesn't reach. Okay. And then I need to get a choke cable, and yeah, I have to drill that out and put a new one in there. So it's a 20 horsepower V-twin, so it's basically replacing the same exact one, 20 horsepower. So I also have to get a stator and the bigger rectifier. But at first, I just want to verify this thing runs. He does says it runs. I do trust him. It came with the muffler. I am going to take off this oil filter cover and actually put an oil filter on there. I like the extra capacity. I like the filtered oil. It's a V10. We're going to clean this up really, really nice. I bought this V-twin. I'm very grateful for $200. For what you guys may seem, or what, that's pretty good for where we live. And then my buddy Brian is buying the cracked Kohler for $200 because he's going to repair it and put it on a tractor. So this basically washes itself. All I have to do is, I'm going to be into this for tune-up, cables, and the electrical system. So I'll probably be into it for like $100. So I'm happy. What am I going to sell this at? Who knows? We'll see. I need to just figure other stuff out and go from there. So again, the missus and I want to thank you guys for all your support. And once we figure out how to refund you guys your money, it's coming back. It is. That's not how we do things. That's not how, nah. This is not a charity. The gift is the relationship that we have with you guys, and the gift is that we get to see you guys succeed through our efforts as well, or even laugh. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with me in the driveway. Drop your thoughts and comments down below. And don't forget to smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. Guess what? I'll see you guys on the next episode of Pad Taste Performance. Later.